Hello everyone, today I am going to show you how to create world famous kinetic sculpture of Prague in Houdini. It is also known as France of Prague. So this is one glimpse of that statue. As you see, it's divided into some plates and it's moved or it's rotate, some harmonic motions all over there. So let's move into Houdini and we are going to create this kind of effect. So here in Houdini, first of all, I just press tab and create geometry node, double click on it. Now for face reference, Houdini provide one test object, so I use that one. So I just go to test geometry and here I call this template head. Okay, and it's very smaller in scale, so I just increase size by 10. Okay, now I move little bit up. Like this. Okay, and I want this geometry very straight over here because I want to set that on some platform like that kind of stuff. So for that, here I use clip tool. As you see, if you want to change the surface of this clipping, you can change over here or from this viewport. Now I need to fill this area, so for that I just right click over here and I call poly fill node. Okay, and it's fill that hole. Now this is the basic setup for my model. Now to apply cuts over here, I just tab over here and create one line. Now I create that line vertically and I just increase the length like 3.5 or 3.2, depends upon your geometry. 3.1 is okay, maybe 3 is okay. And now here I would like to increase the point size, point number of points. So right now I set it to 30, and here in primitive type I set it to points. So it's just give me some points over here. Now to apply cuts on my geometry, here I use Voronoi fracture node, and here you need to apply that your geometry, and here point group, that is my line. And now you see here it apply proper fracture in that particular thing. And if you see over here, like I just apply one exploded view, and you see over here I just got this thing. But now what I need is that now even you see over here in Voronoi fracture, over here you just by default it create two group, that is one is inside and one is outside. So like this surface all that is inside that comes in inside group, and this outside, that is your main geometry surfaces, it come under outside group. So I don't need this group. So for that I just right click over here, and here I apply one blast tool, and here I define this group. So see here so many groups, so I little confused, or maybe you are going to be little confused. See, because here leaves and all those groups come out from here. So what I prefer is that just I right click over here, I go to group, delete, and here I just set it to star. So it deletes all groups. See over here, if you see, I just press this node info button, and you see here you have mouth, back, neck, head, lips, all these groups is here. But now when you group delete and press star, that means you just apply that all groups should be deleted. Now over here you don't find any group. So that's how, if you don't need any group, you just delete that group. Now over here in blast, I just set outside. Okay, so now I just find that some inside plates are there, inside primitives are there. But the thing is, problematic thing is that if you see the export view over here, and you see here two plates, because you divide that particular thing into two pieces. So each plate you feel that there is one geometry, but there is two geometry, or you can say two primitives are there. So I need to delete that thing also. So for that, what am I going to do? First of all, I just right click over here, group by range. Okay, and now in this I just select inside. You can change your name. I just set it to group 1, and now over here I just select one of two. Okay, and now I right click over here, again I use blast node, and here in group I set group 1. Okay, I just again move to group 1, and here I prefer that you change the offset to 1. So it just give me that normal direction properly. That's the thing. So it delete all, or that means that it select all alternate primitives and in that group, and it's stored in that group number 1, and through blast I just delete that particular group. Now you see, if you expose the thing, it give me result like that. Okay, so now I don't need this exported view, so I just select and delete it. Now what you need to do is, first of all I just create this geometry. So for that I just click over here, poly extrude. Okay, and now I increase this extrusion, and you find like this. You need to increase the segments like 40. Now the big problem is that every time you need to change the extrusion, because if you increase or decrease the segments, you need to change this. Even some more settings over here, because it can't create this plate. So for that I just go over here and output back, I just click on that and it create like this. But I need that this extrude should be this much. So for that what I am going to do, I just select this line, I just select this length, right click, copy parameter, come over here, and in this I just right click, paste relative reference, divide by, again come over here, select this numbers of point, right click, copy parameter, again come over here, right click and paste relative reference. Okay, so now you see this is give me 0.075 and it exactly the length between these 2 points, and we need to extrude that much only. So now if you increase or decrease the points, like I increase the 50 and you see like this, and you change the value according to your convenience. If you feel like that there is some issue with that, you just play with this number little bit and you get some good shape. Even you can play with this height also, 2.9, like whatever. Okay, so I just set it to 50 maybe, yeah. Okay, now I just apply some more thing, like I just want to apply bevel on this outside thing. So for that I just select this and I prefer that I just set, click on this, so extrude front group and extrude back group. Now I go over here, because now see if you apply extrusion, so it's apply on every edge of that. So I just select over here, I just set it to extrude back and extrude front. Okay, and I don't want this much of amount, so I just set it to 0.003 maybe. Yes, it gave me good bevel, and I just increase division by 2. Okay, so this is the basic setup to create this model. Now the next step is to animate this thing. So for that what I prefer, before apply extrusion, I right click over here and apply one for loop for each primitive. Okay, so this is for loop. So basically what we're going to do is that we can apply some process for each and every, maybe if you want to apply some primitives or some attribute based, you want to do some looping, so it will help. So this for each loop will help this thing. So make sure that you just click over here, Voronoi fracture, and here click on this attribute name prefix, that piece, I okay with that. And I come over here, and over here for each end I just click over here, and here I define this pitch attribute, click on that, and here I write down that name, piece. Okay, make sure the capital and small letters. So this is piece. Okay, so because see Voronoi fracture apply each of this group as piece 1, piece 2, piece 3. See over here piece, and if you see like if you see in this blast, you can see that piece 0, piece 1, piece 2, piece 3. So all geometry store in index wise number. So now what I need to do over here, I just apply one maybe transform. So right now what it did, it applied transform in each and every primitives like piece. So if I rotate this thing, Control Alt and click over here, I just move on to maybe 60 and apply 120 degree. So it apply on each and every piece of this thing. But now I need that it gives some offset, time offset in this particular animation. So for that what I need to do, I just select this for each begin. I just press Alt to copy this thing, click over here, and it doesn't require this link. Now over here, see, because I copy this thing, the end of the block path of both for each begin is for each and one. Now here I just select this, and here the method fetch piece or point, I change it to fetch metadata. Okay, so what it fetch from this for each and one is that iterations, numbers of iterations, value and I value. Okay, so basically I right now I need this iteration or num iteration. So basically whatever that looping, so first of all that piece number 0 is going, so that data, that 0 value store over here. Then again this process looping in 1, so that particular value goes over here. So now I need to call that data. So for calling that data, that metadata in your process, what I need to do is that maybe just I need to that time offset, I need that thing. So for that I just right click, click time shift. Okay, now here I prefer create one parameter, edit parameter. So here I just select this, click one float value, name it as iter, and here iteration, and just apply it, accept. Now to call that value from here, you need to type detail bracket double inverted comma double dot slash for each begin 2, because that metadata stored in for each begin 2, double inverted comma over comma. Now you need to define that attribute name, so that is iteration comma and 0 comma over. So right now this values each and every time whenever it is go, first it store one value, 0 value, 1 value, 2 value. Now I just apply that thing. So I just copy parameter, come over here and paste it, paste relative reference. Okay, and plus this $f, that is define the numbers of frame. So now you see over here it look like that, but I need that these things should be start from 0. So for that I just apply minus over here, so it definitely frame minus your iteration value. Now you need to change some more offsets, so I just multiplies whatever you want, like 3 with this. So now you can play with any value or any animation and all those stuff. Okay, so if you select this thing, come over here. Okay, I just apply some hold over here, and again it moves to 0. So now it looks like this. Okay, now you feel that as you see in that output, okay, it's give very hard kind of surface. So whenever you apply some material and all those stuff, it feel very smooth output in render. So for that, what I prefer, that if you need some sharpen in your geometry, so I just apply normal in last of this particular thing, and just I change the curves angle to 0, and now it gives you some hard edges. So main thing is that how you fetch that details and how you use that detail. Okay, so hope you like this tutorial. See you soon with another tutorial. Thank you.